Welcome back. It's 4:42. All eyes on Hurricane Milton. I will start by saying our weather is completely quiet. No issues, cool mornings and warm afternoons. But our friends in Florida are getting ready for this major hurricane. It is still a Category 5 this morning. Hurricane hunters are still flying in it, finding that it is still a very strong hurricane. 160-mile-per-hour sustained winds gusting to 195. The speed of it has sped up. It is now moving at 14 miles per hour. A closer look, though, you can see that well-defined eye is becoming less and less defined, but it is still a powerful hurricane. It will take some time for a Category 5 to lose some of its steam. Now, we have it making landfall later on tonight, still as a Category 4 hurricane, and then making its way through the peninsula of Florida from Tampa to Orlando as a hurricane, producing strong winds, surge, and heavy flooding rains. And then by tomorrow afternoon, it will be in the Atlantic here and then continuing to weaken as it moves towards Bermuda. It'll bring some gusty winds and rain this weekend, but no longer a hurricane then. Here's a closer look at the landfall track right now. Models have really been honing in on the Sarasota area. Now, this type of track would be a better scenario for Tampa, but remember, the chance of this hurricane following exactly along that path isn't a guarantee. These storms often wobble, and especially this storm, which is getting picked up by upper level winds, it is possible that it gets slung to the north a little bit. So I am not breathing a sigh of relief in Tampa yet. I know models are locking in on the Sarasota area, but it is too close for comfort to let your guard down there in the Tampa Bay area, where they could still see that 15 feet of storm surge. Now, strong winds, yes, coming in with this. Wind gusts over 100 miles an hour right here, closer to where the center makes landfall, but damaging winds all the way up into Orlando, nearly Daytona Beach, Fort Pierce here. In the red area, power outages are likely. Storm surge 10 to 15 feet anywhere near that center or south. That does include some of the hard-hit areas from Hurricane Ian, Port Charlotte, Cape Coral, Fort Myers, all getting ready for a similar surge to what they saw from Ian. And I mean, you know what Ian did to those areas. It was catastrophic as well. So still a very, very serious situation with storm surge for those areas near and just south of the center. Now, the hurricane itself, you can see it spinning away there. It starts to encounter that shear and transition from tropical to non-tropical, but that doesn't really change the impacts. A lot of the rain is going to be on the northern side of Milton as it makes landfall. So your winds gusting nearly 100 miles an hour. And then this is tomorrow or late tonight, all the rain on the north side, dry on the south side, but still the surge coming in. You don't need rain to get winds and storm surge. And then by tomorrow afternoon, it's long gone. Rainfall totals, this is probably an overstated or understated fact right now. We could see some significant flooding on the northern side of that storm. Just like we saw with Francine, where some saw 8 to 12 inches, that could happen across the peninsula of Florida. So Milton's exiting. Here we go. Goodbye. Our weather's staying pretty. In fact, I've got a beautiful cool front next week. And this is a real cold front, our strongest one of the season, where our highs go from the 80s to the 70s. And I think most of next week, our mornings will be in the 50s, even here on the South Shore. Some might even drop into the upper 40s on the North Shore. And we'll be looking at cool afternoons in the 70s. So that's something to look forward to as we head into next week. We don't really expect much happening with that cool front, but this is what we get the next 7 days here. Warm temperatures with nice mornings in the 50s and 60s, lots of sunshine, and then there's your Tuesday cool front moving in. I don't think we're really going to see much in the way of rain with that. It'll just be a change in winds, and Brandon, that cooler weather coming in for a big part of next week.